Welcome to the deep dive. Today we're taking a really unique look at just one source, a single, very potent transcript.
Yeah, it's from Varo's Have Mercy official video.
Exactly. And it's not just, a song transcript, it's this incredibly raw emotional dedication. Our mission really is sort of unpack the layers here. Grief, memory, that personal struggle. We'll start with that feeling of sudden loss, then get into the bonds that make it hurt more, the artist's own battles,
Mhm.
and maybe find some solace in the memories shared.
And what's really insightful, I think, is how this very specific, unfiltered lament, it just powerfully shows that disorienting shock of sudden loss. It really conveys this complex mix of regret, intense loyalty, and also this ongoing kind of spiritual struggle that
Yeah.
honestly resonates way beyond just his personal story.
Right. The very first lines, they just hit you with how unexpected it all was. The dedication is to his cousin Carl, but he calls him my nigga fat boy. It's clearly personal.
Very intimate.
And the shock is just right, gets right there. He asks, we the same age, how the fuck you died from a heart attack? It sets the tone immediately, plunges you right into that grief.
Yeah, and it's a strange paradox, isn't it? Because while the death felt sudden, the lyrics do mention prior health problems. There was that hospital visit. You remember seeing Fat Boy with fluid on your lungs, diabetes, and at your kidneys.
Ah, okay. So it wasn't completely out of the blue, medically speaking.
Well, no, but that detail almost amplifies the regret.
Hmm.
He says, so much more I would have said if I knew you was dying.
Mm.
It speaks to how we sometimes normalize ongoing illness until the worst happens, and then you're left with that awful if only.
That makes sense. And that regret, it feels amplified because of their history, right? This long shared past cut short. The transcript says they were cousins, but he makes a point of saying more like brothers. And then that line, "Emp to the death, we ain't going for nothing." What does that kind of declaration tell us about their bond? How does that intensity maybe deepen the grief?
Oh, it speaks volumes. It's like a fraternal bond, a chosen loyalty that goes, well, way beyond just being related. And you see that personal connection in the details he shares, like telling jokes just to keep from crying, even while seeing the pain all in your eyes. And it was that promise he made, told you I got you for life, standing in your kitchen. It's not just family. It's this deep, chosen commitment. Makes the loss feel incredibly personal, devastating.
Yeah, that commitment, that more like brothers thing we just talked about.
Mm.
It clearly magnifies how heavy this grief feels for the artist. The lyrics say, "Fat guy left a hole in my heart. He feels drained, feeling exhausted from the pain."
Physically draining.
Right. And he says it would break my heart to see them growing up without their father. How does that language really show the devastation? It's not just him, it's generational, isn't it?
It really paints this raw picture. Grief as a physical weight. And then, he pivots. How do you even start to cope with that? We hear this deep spiritual, emotional struggle. He's grappling with faith, praying, God have mercy on me. But also acknowledging it's a journey, right? He ain't done with me yet. He's still working on me. It feels like this universal search for meaning after something terrible happens.
Yeah, finding resilience.
Exactly. And he describes fighting demons like somebody putting curses on me, observes how my family always take the biggest losses. It captures those unseen battles, maybe inherited burdens people carry.
It's heavy stuff.
It is. And the memories are so visceral. The funeral, seeing you burn, break down, laying in that coffin. And the moment you got the news, Harold gave me that call, left me sick to my stomach. Just raw, unforgettable moments that ground the pain.
But amidst all that grief, how does he manage to bring in the memories? The ones that kind of keep the spirit alive, show the life that was lived, not just the loss.
Well, the song does this masterfully, I think. It shifts, weaves in this vivid tapestry of shared memories. It brings Fat Boy to life for you, the listener. You get this candid picture of their past. Phrases like, young niggas in the hood, we was really thugging, shut off the porch getting money, we was really hustling.
Right, gives you context.
Yeah, it shows the environment, the shared experiences that built that unbreakable bond. And there's specific details that ground it. All the pounds we ran through, all the bricks we sold, seeing Fat Boy work magic standing at that stove.
So real life details.
Very real, and it touches on shared dreams too.
Yeah.
He reflects, never pictured dying young, thought we lived to be old. That hits hard. And he lovingly acknowledges Fat Boy's family role. I know how much you love your sons, how much you love your daughters. And he prays for Fat Boy's mother, recognizing, your mom's hurting the most. I'm just praying for Constance. Pray God give her strength and all the blessings come abundant. It's a full picture.
It really is, this deep dive. It just shows how a dedication, something born from such intense personal loss, can become this powerful tapestry, memory, sorrow, but also that enduring connection.
Absolutely. Which I think raises a really important question for you listening. How do these incredibly personal expressions of grief, filled with all these specific details, this raw emotion, how do they help us understand the universal experience of loss? And maybe the unseen burdens people carry. Even when, like the artist reflects, we might feel that God don't make mistakes. Something to think about.